crush and break them.
The language of us animals contains much more emotions than your human speech. But I can't communicate like that with you. You wouldn't understand it anyway. That's right! Ever since Icarus heard you encountered a new kind of behemoth, he's been too excited to sleep.
Unsatisfactory. We dealt with...
He's been making a ruckus, telling me to collect data and to check whether there's something I can help with while I'm at it. Due to some unfortunate events, Mr. Douglas suspended him. So, it fell on me to run the errands. Woof! But anyway, how is the battle situation with the behemoths? Woof, woof! You're caught in that girl's trap, aren't you?
That's too harsh, Hatchet.
I'm not as dishonest as you humans. I always speak my mind.
What are you saying?
For example, there are still behemoths hiding outside the walls. Woof! Of course! But neither me nor Icarus believes that it is only one behemoth instilling fear in Kingsport.
No new behemoth should have been born after the previous behemoth tide.
It must be that the last behemoth tide never really ended, and what you dealt with was a fake one.
That's impossible. We've already exterminated Kang. All possibilities are too absurd to imagine. Do you have any evidence?
Or perhaps it's something much worse. That a new behemoth tide is upon us. Woof! No! That's why I came here to seek your assistance.
Be honest, never before have I wished so fervently that you and Icarus are in the wrong.
Icarus surmises that something has led to the beasts in the wilderness becoming mutated. We should begin by verifying this. Head to the Whispering Woods outside the gates and collect fur and blood samples from the beasts there. They're woof! We hope that this assumption is wrong.
Hasn't Icarus trained you how to ask for help? Ranger, let's go!
But we require more materials in order to make a complete deduction. Get a move on! Don't just stand there and drag your heels! Woof woof! I have to say that the two of you are quite talented.
Is there anything else we can help you with, Master Hatchet?
There's just one more thing.
This comrade. Ranger, let's check on how Miss Edith is faring, and discuss—
Your existence lowers the average IQ of the room, which the materials you brought back are evidence that a behemoth is affecting the beasts.
Miss Edith, I thought you'd be at the Count's side caring for him. I never thought you'd be here all alone. It is to exterminate the behemoths and protect mankind.
He said it's his duty to patrol the port. And what is our duty as rangers at guard? Who are we supposed to protect? Should we protect—
Miss Edith, don't speak of what you don't know for certain.
The people here try their best to survive. But who said it isn't important?
Miss Edith, I believe that every person has their fate. And the fate of us rangers is to be resolute.
Perhaps you're right. We should trust in Mr. Douglas's judgment.
Miss Douglas and Regent Eve are bound to have thought about the problems you just spoke of. Miss Edith?
Damn it! Willie just went toward the beach. We have to help him.
Long live Kingsport! Long live Count Wilhelm!
You knew that you were hurt. Do you have to be tied to your bed to realize that?
May your hunts be plentiful.
Edith, forgive me. I never thought the beasts would be brave enough to sneak into the city and attack humans.
Is Hatchet here? Let's meet up with him.
I won't forget.
I know. I had almost forgotten how scary Edith can be.
Then what is our last mission?
Is Hatchet here? Let's meet up with him. We can't let this drag on any longer. We need
To welcome the heroes who saved our homeland not only once, but twice. These wounds are nothing.
If you'd have told us sooner, perhaps we would have been able to make some preparations.
May your hunts be plentiful.
The beasts have become extremely aggressive. They're even bold enough to attack human settlements now? What happened?
Miss Edith, it makes me glad you were able to pull yourself together.
This quickly? I thought we'd have a longer respite. This is bad. This behemoth has grown too quickly. Its body is bound to contain immense power. It's almost too strange to imagine. I don't know. Woof! Isn't that the mission of you Rangers?
Sorry I worried you.
Good. Let's work together and destroy the behemoths.
That's enough. Edgard, let's go.
I am willing to serve you, Miss Edith.
All I can say is that the more affected beasts we see, the more likely it is that a behemoth will appear.
Help! The beach is under attack!
Willie, your wounds are still not fully healed.
Count, you praise us too highly. We're just carrying...
May your hunts be plentiful.
I'll go with you.
Thank you for everything you've done for Kingsport. She will never forget you.
Results as these cannot be considered a victory.
Me and my troops resolved to face this long ago. My people... Thank heavens you came in the nick of time. These...
May your hunts be plentiful. Count, the behemoth assaults are getting more and more violent. This isn't something Kingsport can handle on her own. We must unite.
Count Edgard, you speak the truth. This isn't the time to protect my ridiculous self-esteem. Me and my warriors are protected by our armor and blades, but the people are not.
Who?
I'm going to High Haven to seek an audience with King Philip and Mistress Eve. I will request them to open the city gates and admit the citizens of Kingsport to take refuge within the city. High Haven, far up in the clouds, isn't actually safer than the Behemoth Wilderness. A little misstep and your ashes will be scattered in the wind.
No, that's out of the question.
I will entrust Kingsport to someone trustworthy. My sister, Edith the Ranger. In my absence, you are the Lord of Kingsport and the protector of its people.
Naturally. Both for the sake of Kingsport and for the sake of Miss Edith. But I still don't think you going to High Haven is a wise decision.
You are my close kin, both wise and intelligent. There is no one worthier of my trust.
Woof woof! It's been a while.
Count Edgard, Ranger, please assist me and Edith in protecting Kingsport and its people. Welcome, heroes!
If you've already made your decision, Count, then May your hunts be plentiful.
Don't talk about it. He doesn't care if he's wounded. After resting a short while, he went out without permission.
If only...
Yes, but there are a few things we need to prepare for meditation. Let's head out.
However, when hunting behemoths without rest, our souls will gradually become corrupted by the wild souls. Fortunately, we can eradicate this negative power through a special ritual, which we call meditation. Yes, but there are a few things we need to prepare for meditation. Let's head out.
I wish you a swift recovery, and that Edgard doesn't do anything weird with you.
Take these soothing incense and burn them while meditating.
Quiet, Edgard. I'm in no mood for jokes.
Next, we must find a secluded place where no one will bother us. Normally, I choose the beach due to its tranquility. Let's begin.
Get me a drink!
Great, you're looking so much better. We Rangers must always be wary and prevent ourselves from becoming corrupted by the wild. All right, now you're fit for fighting again. Work hard to improve yourself before the next trial. Miss Edith, you're looking the worse for wear. Could it be you're also being affected by the corruption? Quickly, let's go to a secluded stretch of the beach and meditate. Ah, Edith! Where are you heading off to?
A letter from Count Wilhelm. It seems as if his journey didn't go well at all. Let's return to the Kingdom of Avalon. Helping Wilhelm and helping the citizens of Kingsport.
Do you want to know what I think?
I know what you're going to say.
Miss Edith, I'm not trying to stop you.
But the mission has been completed, and we decided to... Of course not. But this time the situation is different.
A ranger will not involve themselves in the political affairs of men. This is something I learned during the turmoil of the Harbinger. It's a principle no one is allowed to disobey. We all swore an oath when we joined the Rangers. Have you forgotten? Edith, you aren't all that close to him. How do you know what his true motives are?
Count Wilhelm isn't part of any faction. He's kept his integrity during all these years and distanced himself from the struggle for power. Everything he's done for the people of Kingsport. In the capital, he's alone. He needs my support. Edgard, I've noticed you're completely biased toward Wilhelm.
I just wanted to remind you about the Ranger's principles, as this is a matter of great importance.
You are free to continue the discussion, but there are people in the Kingdom of Avalon awaiting my help.
Are you sure? Do you really understand the importance?
There was something suspicious about Edgard just now.
By the way, I just remembered that I've got something important to deal with. Leslie has some, defense plans to confirm with me. Be careful on your way to the High Court. Wish you luck. Miss Edith, you're still here.
I wager that he's plotting something. Come with me and check what he's up to. I don't want him to do anything foolish. Edgard, shouldn't you see to the defenses with Captain Leslie?
Yes, that's true. I had him research a few materials for confirmed defenses. Ah, yes. I was just about to go. Thank you for reminding me, Miss Edith.
Okay, we're going.
Miss Edith, don't be angry. And don't—
Master, you didn't witness the aftermath of the assault at Kingsport. Are you alright? You scared me there. You were almost entirely corrupted.
I explain this to the warriors impeding the behemoth attacks with their blood and flesh. Should I tell them Harbor has fallen into despair? And how long will it take till the behemoth tide destroys Avalon City Wall? Were that to happen, who would be willing to stand up and fight? Mistress Eve, are you planning on throwing Wilston Harbor to the wolves?
You must understand that everyone has a place in the Lord of Light's heart. The wheat which the farmers cultivate, the brave warriors of the Knight's Hold protecting the northern region, the trading caravans making a living in the harbor must also protect their homeland. Why Avalon has survived till today. We have performed our duty and look toward the bigger picture under the protection of the Lord of Light. Wide the national treasury's gates and allocate as much food and coin as humanly possible.
The citizens of Wilston Harbor shouldn't be forsaken.
What do you see from here?
However, opening wide the gates of Avalon is far from the best solution.
Precisely.
Oh? Are you threatening me, Count?
I grew up in Kingsport. I was here when they first came and slew that behemoth in her name. But I've not come here today as a daughter of Kingsport to beg for mercy. I'm a person living within the towering walls. Everyone here is. We were arrogant and ignorant. After the behemoths first attacked, we've become fragmented and trapped here. As it stands today, we cannot lose anymore. You're right, of course, Master.
Oh, of course not, Your Holiness. But please think about the people of Kingsport.
Little girl, you're Edith, right?
Your Majesty?
I remember you from years past, Miss Edith. You and the Count were like brother and sister.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Please consider High Haven your second home. I apologize for getting you caught up in the turmoil. May the day be graced by the Lord of Light. There is a grand competition being held in the arena. I believe His Majesty is planning to invite you to. Your Majesty? This isn't a joke.
Mistress Eve, when was the sacred trial of courage reduced to this? Furthermore, letting the citizens of Kingsport enter the city isn't necessarily something negative.
It is said the sages of old stipulated this ancient and traditional sacred law to avoid the kingdom being divided due to the lengthy conflict.
All right, as you wish, Your Majesty.
That wall has separated Avalon from the rest of humanity for too long. Rangers, don't be so stiff. You stood bravely in front of the High Haven nobility, and it's not as if I'll eat you.
The trial of courage isn't about victory or defeat. It's to display one's resolve and give people hope that their voice will be heard.
Wilhelm told me that it was you who slew the assaulting behemoths. Allow me, I'm truly sorry. But even I do not have the power to overrule the law set down by the Lord of Light.
Balin, we just...
Friends, you have successfully changed the kingdom's history. From today onward, we are going to unite every human on this island.
When the upper class of the kingdom splits into two factions over a resolution, either side can request a trial of courage from the king to initiate a sacred ruling. Both sides would choose 3 warriors to represent them, and the resolution of the winning side would be adopted by the kingdom. Of course, Your Majesty, you are well aware I will not refuse your request.
Then let's see what you've got. The kingdom's future rests in your hands, my friends.
Mistress, what about the people of Kingsport?
Time will tell whether this decision is the right one. The royal crown doesn't grant me authority.
I witnessed your courage and determination during the trial. I still do not support this motion.
Gratitude for your benevolence, Mistress Eve.
Then how about this? I have decided to invite 2 rangers to participate in the trial of courage.
Master Edith is right. Closing the city gates will only serve to grow discord among the people. Mankind will not survive another internal struggle.
No.
Continuously strengthening the wild souls we possess is of vital importance for us Rangers.
Grandmaster. May your hunts be plentiful, Ranger.
Correct. All you see from here is Avalon and these soaring walls. Take this to heart, youngster. The realm inside these walls is not our Eden, but our cage. The overlapping of power did irreparable damage to the Rangers once before. I admonish each and every Ranger to not become involved in the meaningless struggle for power. Stand taller and gaze further toward the world outside the gates, to the Then ask yourself this. Are you really willing to be confined within the city walls for all eternity? You are no longer Edith Elsier's assistant. I dispatch you to the Knight's Hold. Heed the commands of Marek, the garrison commander. Now, it's time for you to leave. Go about your own business. I have things I must attend to.
May your hunts be plentiful.
You 2 Rangers, what do you think?